Hi guys, I have three main types of querents that come to me. I have those wanting to know what's happening in the future. I have querents who want to know if their partner is cheating, and I have querents who come and want to know or want to receive a message from the other side. Today we are going to do the latter. We're going to have a look at messages from loved ones. Warning, if you are not ready to see the advice therein, do not do this spread. If your querent isn't ready for this information, do not do this spread. This spread is a variation on the what it is spread, the placement spread with 4 cards. Instead of seeing what it is, we're going to determine who it is and then move on to the message they have to give your querent or yourself. You can use tarot, Kipper, Gypsy, Lenormand, any kind of system you want to use, as long as you respect that system and use it in a placement-based spread. I have the Fin de Siècle Kipper and the Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. So we have who it is, who it isn't, what they were when living or what they identified themselves as when living, and the quality that we best associate or the querent best associates with them. Again, if you are not ready for this spread, file it and use it later on when you are ready. Benabel did a great spread at the Reader's Studio in New York. She did an ancestral spread and it was absolutely phenomenal. This, we are looking at members of the family, friends, or anybody who has been attached to us in the living world who has now passed on. So who is the person available? Lay a card. Who is he, she not? And that means if there's any doubt in our mind as to who this person is, if we are thinking personally that we're wanting a message from a certain relative, this will show you if it's not that person. If we've got it set in our mind who it's not, what they best identified themselves with when living. It can be a job, it can be what made them up as a person while living, and then the quality that your querent or that you best recognize them as. And then the last cards are the message to you or to your querent. Now obviously this can be a starter spread and then you move on to a bigger spread based on the findings or the messages, or if you need more information on that message based on that. So who it is: a man, Hauptperson, so somebody who was very, very important in my life. Who it's not: sad news, it's not somebody that I've grieved for. When they were living, they were very loving and had a loving aura about them, or they were a loving person. Their best quality was being attached to or married to our main character too. So I can easily identify this as somebody who's in my family, who's very important in my family, but it's not somebody I've grieved for. So maybe I was too young when they died, or they died while I was in my mum's stomach, for example, that it's not somebody that I have been able to grieve for. Very loving person, obviously, and the quality is linked to our main character too. So this is somebody who was married, somebody who put a lot of basis on being married, and also with the quality being her, I would suggest this is attached to my mum's line of the family. In fact, I would suggest this is my grandpa, because my grandpa is somebody who I was too young to grieve for when he was around. And the message for me: prison, falsche Person, dishonesty, and house. So that would be a personal message to me. And then we can move on from that, obviously, and lay a bigger spread, asking, or you laying a significator as the Gefängnis, because that's obviously the thing that's wrong here, or laying the wrongness itself and finding out a full complement on this in a GT spread, preferably, because this is obviously a warning to me. So I will find out what that warning is later, but it's obviously affecting the family. So I have to look at that. Now with Tarot, the Magician, who it's not, Strength. See me smiling to myself, can't you? The Moon, wow. The Hermit, and the message. So here again with Tarot, you would who it is, who it's not, who they were when living, a quality that your querent or you associate with that person, and then the message. It looks really nice in the Spirit Within Tarot. So when you are interpreting your Tarot cards, you will do the same. You will interpret each placement separately at the top, and then at the bottom you use a narrative read to explain the message that they have for your querent. Now that's your midweek motivation. Remember, don't do this for somebody who is not ready to hear a message from relatives or friends on the other side. Make sure your querent is in a position to deal with this both emotionally and physically, because it's very hard sometimes to take the message home. So this is your midweek motivation, and your motivation to actually get a message through and get a message over. Do this spread, tag me in, share with me, share with others, let them have the benefit of this amazing spread. And I will see you on Sunday morning as always.